Good morning, lads and lassies. Obviously, yet again, it is not an episode of The Last Word on a Sunday. Basically, because I've got some news. I'll tell you that news though, after I get dressed out of head and toe in pyjamas and dressing gown. That's also another thing, by the way. What do you call it? The dressing gown or the house coat? Or anything else? Let me know. And whilst you're letting me know that, I'll just go get dressed. And we are ready. Right, let's just grab the tripod, get you set up somewhere, and we'll have a wee chat. Now that looks pretty good to me. Apart from that little tiny streak of light coming in. Very sorry about that, lads. Hopefully you can see past it for now. So lads, you'll have known by the title already, obviously I had to make the topic of the video be in the title. So there is no element of surprise to what I'm about to tell you by now, because the majority would have followed me on social media and already know, but I got a job. Got a job. It's an apprenticeship position. It's none of the retail ones that I applied for last week, but honestly folks, the world has moved very fast for me in the last week, ever since those two unemployment videos went up, basically. Or sort of applying for jobs / unemployment videos, I suppose. For the last, I don't know, basically ever since I left school actually, so it's only about just coming up 3 years. I've been looking for apprenticeships. I've been looking for placements that would take me into the world of work, allowing me to gain a qualification and get paid whilst doing it. Now, on top of all the retail places I've applied for, including the ones in the last week or so, so retail jobs I've probably applied for around about 20 to 30 in the last 3 years, and that's probably very little in comparison to what some people have to do. And I fully sympathise with people that have to do that, because I've been there now, and I really do appreciate the struggle that comes with that and the mental side of it that really eats away at you when you continue to get knockback after knockback. And that also comes along with the apprenticeships ones for me, because I was never feeling like I was going to get anywhere with apprenticeships. It was only a few weeks ago that I went to another interview for an apprenticeship and I didn't get it. And I was obviously a bit disheartened by it, and I went back to college and I was saying to the folk at my college course that I just didn't think I'm going to get an apprenticeship. I didn't think it's meant for me. I've been trying for so long and I just didn't think I'm going to get in. But if you keep plugging away, if you keep going with the flow, then something will eventually fall for you. And as I said, it's been a very fast-paced week, I'll have to say that. So I'll give you a kind of timeline of what my last week's been like. Sunday, I go across to Falkirk and apply for jobs in places such as The Range, Hobbycraft, Cineworld, etc, etc. Then, Monday, go across to Stirling, rinse and repeat the same process, have a little bit of a less successful day, but still apply for about 3 or 4 places there, and then keep my eye online as well. And then, those videos go up, do relatively well. Thanks for the support on those videos as well. That really did boost me last week, because it did kind of mean that I could take a couple of days off doing YouTube. I do videos daily a lot because sometimes I just feel like the channel needs it, but last week those videos did so well that I just thought I'll take a wee break, and it did really help me, because on Tuesday I got a phone call for QA Apprenticeships saying that a recent apprenticeship that I'd applied for probably at the end of January, just before I'd passed my driving test, that there was the possibility that I could get put in for an interview for an apprenticeship. So then she gave me a phone back on Thursday, I believe it was, and she confirmed that the interview would be on Friday at 11 AM. I had the choice between 10 AM and 11 AM. I chose 11 AM because the thing was based in Kilsyth, and I wanted to give myself a bit more extra time to just get a wee bit more prepared for it, get myself up to Kilsyth as well, which is about a 30 to 40 minute drive away from me. And basically, that was that. It was all set in place. I got the confirmation email about the interview, went up to Kilsyth, drove the M80 for the first time in my life, because obviously I've only passed my test at the end of January, got my car sorted a couple of days after that, so my first drive on the motorway was during a storm. So I'm well equipped for driving. I think if I can drive in that sort of conditions, especially on a motorway, then I should be fine in the majority of situations. Just need to keep concentrated and careful, of course. So I headed up there on Friday, left the house at around about just before 10ish, and got there in good time to be able to relax myself. Jenny came with me, luckily enough. It was a day where she was available to come with me. I did the drive up, we sat outside for a bit, and then I went inside Gardener's Dream and waited for my interview to take place. I then sat down for the interview alongside the two guys that were interviewing me, and they were really nice guys. Honestly, I couldn't have wished for a better sort of interview. A lot of the interviews I've been for have been similar types of formats where it's been chatty, a bit more formal, but chatty enough to be able to just be comfortable and relaxed in the environment, and this one was another one of those. So we chatted for the first 10-15 minutes, and then they gave us a couple of tasks. Well, they gave me a couple of tasks to do with like Microsoft Excel, so spreadsheets, Microsoft Word, so kind of a typing sort of task, and try to show my skills in listing products online to go into market. And then they came back in between those tasks and spoke to me about the next task that was coming up, and after I'd completed the tasks, came back in and chatted for about another, again, 10-15 minutes. I was in total in there for about 45ish minutes, so it was a lengthy-ish sort of interview, and I felt like it went really well. I have felt that a lot of the interviews that I've been to have went very well, but at the end of the day I've just not got the position for whatever reason. I feel like I've done my best and been myself, and I feel like I'm quite an easy person to get along with when you just sit down and chat to me, so I think I've came across well in the majority of interviews I've been to, and maybe just the odd thing here and there, and obviously people that I'm coming up against in interviews, maybe they've just said something that is a bit more better in what they're looking for than what I was offering. But as you know by now, that wasn't the case for this one, and I'm delighted to say that I'm now a website marketing apprentice for Gardener's Dream. I'm delighted with it. I really am delighted with it. The drive up there, I really enjoyed it despite the conditions. I really enjoy how simple the drive is for me, even though it's involving motorways. It's a nice drive. It's a nice drive to be able to do in the morning. It's not in the busy end of Glasgow as well. It's just off the motorway. It's one of the first turn-offs on the M80 motorway, I do believe. So, as I said, I'm just delighted with it. My full kind of last few years has been not terrible, because at the end of the day I've went to college and I'm grateful for those experiences. I'm grateful for people I've met. I'm going to be gutted to leave college because of the people that are there. I really enjoy going there every week and conversing with the people that I've became really good friends with, and hopefully I can stay in touch with a couple of them at least, because they are all good people and they've all got their own futures ahead of them, and I really hope that they all do well, because it's massively important that in this world that you find the right way into work. I've found my way, and I've no doubt in most of those people that are at college, if not all of them, that they'll all find their own way to get into the world of media if they choose that, and if not media, then whatever line of work they choose to go into. As I said, I'll be gutted to leave college because of that aspect of leaving those people behind, I suppose. I'll miss it every day, but ultimately I want to get into the world of work. I wanted to show my skills in a workplace, gain a qualification, get paid at the same time, and feel like I'm really getting somewhere in life, and be able to provide a bit more of a secure future for this place that me and Jenny now live in, pay the bills, and be able to just do more things with life, having a bit more money, and being able to just not think all the time about being limited to the amount of money that I've got to spend due to having a student loan, etc. So it's been a longish chat here, but I had to get it all off my chest, and I had to let you guys know, because at the end of the day, you lot have been the ones that have gotten me into these positions. Funnily enough, this interview I barely had to mention the fact that I had a YouTube and that I'd built a big subscriber base and stuff like that, because a lot of this job to start off with won't involve social media. Eventually it might, but it wasn't the be all and end all to be able to get this job. I do have to thank you lot for being able to get me into these positions, because the reason why I get into the interviews is because I've done so well on social media. That's how I'm able to show that I'm knowledgeable enough in the subject to be able to get into interview positions. So that's why I'm thanking you lot. I really do have a lot to thank every single subscriber for, not just Dunfermline fans, Dundee United fans, Dundee fans, Arbroath fans. There's probably a fan of every football club following me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, etc, etc. And I really just want to thank every single one of you for being here. And this is not the end. I will still be here doing videos, just not as many in midweek, and I'm pretty sure you can understand that. I start at 8 AM every morning and finish at 5 PM. There is not going to be much in between time to film videos. But the weekend videos will never stop, because obviously it's a Monday to Friday job. It doesn't stop me from filming at the weekend, so every football game I go to, at the weekend at least, will definitely be filmed and going up on the channel. That's it for this video. I'll be back probably tomorrow. I'll be able to film another video tomorrow. I don't start till Wednesday, so I've got Monday and Tuesday still. Tomorrow I'll probably upload some sort of video, and then on Tuesday hopefully it's Dunfermline versus Inverness, as long as that doesn't get called off. And then after that, probably the weekend where it's Dunfermline versus Dundee United, because I'll be starting my new job. Yes lads, cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, anything you want to say, congratulations, whatever. Subscribe for more of this type of content, and until the next video, I'll see you then. Love you lot. Cheers guys.